Hey guys, it's Dimitri's Tech, and today we are going to be reviewing the Apple iPod Touch 5th generation 32GB model. Okay, so let's just talk about the outside real quick. Okay, so the first thing I noticed is how incredibly thin this thing is. This thing is 6.1 millimeters thin. Now this is, I believe, thinner than the new iPhones, because I believe the new iPhones are 6.9 or 7.1 millimeters thin, but this is really thin. I think Apple had to do a setback with the camera because, as you can see, the camera sticks out. Now, I really don't like that because when I place it down, like on the flat surface, like glass or whatever, I'm afraid the camera will be scratched because it sticks out from the rest. But I don't really care about thinness too much. I mean, if I rather they made it thicker and put the camera in instead of having it protrude out like the new iPhones. Okay, so anyway. Of course, you have your 4-inch screen, the same screen as the iPhone 5, your home button, your 1.2 megapixel camera, takes really good pictures, I'm very happy with it. Then to your left, you have your volume buttons, up and down. To the right, there's, well, absolutely nothing. And then on the back, there's your loop, which I personally never use a loop. I really don't get the point of it. Maybe some people do, but I don't. You have Apple's little iPod thing and logo. Then you have the 5 megapixel camera. The pictures I think are really good. I'm really impressed. Then you have your microphone for video and stuff. LED flash. Then you have the antenna to get Wi-Fi. Now this thing has such amazing Wi-Fi. Like, I can be sitting at a restaurant and get Wi-Fi 4 buildings down. It's amazing. Okay, now the internals. Now this thing has Retina display. It's 1136 by 640. Very good display. Very good display. It's really clear. I have no problem with it. Now, I believe this is blue. Yeah, because they have like several different colors. Let's see, off the top of my head, I know they have blue, white. Oh no, not white. They have blue, silver, red. Then they have like a space gray. And I can't think of the other few, but yeah. Anyway, so another thing too, this thing is only 3.10 ounces. This thing is really light in the hand. That's why sometimes I don't like using it without a case, because I'm afraid if I'm going to drop it, it's going to shatter. It feels very fragile, so please be careful. Don't be rough with this. Anyway, so at the bottom, you have your headphone jack, your lightning connector cable, and the speakers. Now, the speakers are very iffy. They sound really tinny, like someone kind of just covered it. They're not, I mean, of course, if you guys are coming from an older generation, like the 4th, what I used to have, there's a dramatic difference. It's a lot better, but I don't know. They seem kind of quiet. Sometimes they seem really tinny, but personal preference, some people may not have a problem with that. Okay, now this came with iOS 7, but I did the bad mistake of updating it to iOS 8. And one thing you will notice, though, hold on. Let me enter my password and coverage since everyone does that. And yes, I do have battery percentage. I will probably link a video if you guys are asking for it to how I did it. It's actually really easy. Okay, so I don't know if you guys would notice, but if we go here into settings, oops, wrong one. Settings, accessibility, increased contrast. I have reduced transparency, but if it's off, you get this weird blur effect. I will start to notice that it gets really laggy, especially like in Safari, but when it's not, I mean, it's perfectly fine. I wish I didn't upgrade to it, but I guess if you buy a new one right now, it ships with it. So here's the iPod. Of course, you have your standard applications. You have, FaceTime, calendar, photos, camera, weather, clock, maps, videos, notes, reminder, stock, game center, newsstand, iTunes, App Store, settings, mail, calculator, and contacts. And then in this folder right here, now this app I installed, in case you ever lose your stuff, you just click it and it'll go off. It'll go like beep, beep, and it'll just keep beeping until you turn it off. Now this did ship with iOS 8. They did install 2 new applications. The health and the tips, and then of course you got your music, passbook, iBooks, podcasts, voice memos, and Nike Plus iPod. Never use any of those. I mean, overall, it is pretty fast. I really like it. But anyways, so yeah, guys, that's my review. I'll probably be showing some sample pictures at the end, or some gaming performance. I'm not too sure. I know for sure the pictures so you guys can see how good it is. But yeah, anyway, if you guys enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe. This is Dimitri's Tech, and I am out.